Last week, we brought you Byron Brown's conversation with Attorney General Lynn Fitch ahead of the general election. This week, we spoke with the woman looking to replace her. 12 News senior correspondent Richard Lake sat down with the Democratic candidate for Attorney General, Greta Kemp Martin. He spoke with the attorney earlier today to discuss the issues facing the state, including abortion policy in a post-Dobbs Mississippi.
You believe should be the role of Attorney General when it comes to abortion in Mississippi?
So I'll say this, whether it be Attorney General, Governor, the government has no place in people's health care decision making, period. And that could be about abortion, that could be about vaccines, that could be about birth control. That is just government overreach at its finest. So, you know, with the Dobbs case, what I think people tend to overlook is that it's not just about abortion. It can bleed into many different health care decisions. And the last thing we want to do in a state like Mississippi where health care is such a concern, we do not want to set up a situation where physicians feel like they have to call their lawyers before they provide care to their patients. When you have Greta Martin as your Attorney General, physicians are not going to have to worry about being criminalized. Women are not going to worry about being criminalized. And as my opponent has indicated, her intent to track medical records across state lines, that's not a priority for me and my administration.
To ensure Mississippi's moms and babies can live healthy lives, Martin hopes to do all she can to improve Mississippi's healthcare system.
Day one, we have to address our failing healthcare system. I'm very supportive of the expansion of Medicaid, and I would position my office to be as supportive of that movement as possible. We're seeing rural hospitals close. We're seeing doctors flee this state. We have to address the problem from the bottom, and that is reconstructing and building up a stronger healthcare system in Mississippi.
Attorney General Lynn Fitch recently launched the MAMA Initiative. The Mississippi Access to Maternal Assistance is an online database that points expecting mothers to shelter, food, as well as financial and healthcare resources in the state. Martin says it comes up short in providing for Mississippi's moms and babies.
As General Fitch said herself repeatedly, these are not new resources. These are resources that have been available to Mississippians for quite some time. And they're wonderful, right, for the most part. They're overworked, underfunded resources that have been providing support to mothers and families for quite some time. Just the fact that you compiled them in one place on the internet does not mean that you have solved the problems that we have in this state. Right now, there's no services that are outlined in this database for the Delta, which is one of the areas of the state that has the highest infant and maternal mortality rates. This doesn't seem to be something that the Attorney General should be focused on. This seemed like a database that might have been more appropriate coming from the Department of Human Services. It's a great tool, and I commend General Fitch for pulling that together, but I can't see how that's going to help us reduce these mortality rates when we have work here in Mississippi that needs to be done.
The general election will be held on November 7th. Reporting in Jackson, Richard Lake, 12 News.